Take two. That fucked up.
Take two. Yep. Messed up. Skipping cutscenes. This is gonna be a low run. I got a few things to say. Let's do these.
Here's a fun story to tell.
So here's the first one. So I mentioned it last time.
A man walked into a bar.
So
How far could he have gone?
It does start with
Oh,
someone
you threw
walking into an establishment.
you threw me off.
I'm sorry.
Give me a second. Doesn't Leon kind of look like what's his face, Tom Hardy from that one movie where he plays his own twin?
Yes, a little bit.
Oh, okay. So me and Robert were going home, and usually we get off the bus and we cross the street. Before we crossed it, because we couldn't cross because there was that jackass on the crosswalk.
Yeah.
We were like,
He's like way too
He's
far,
like,
and then he
"Oh,
starts
like-
backing up like way too late.
it's a little too late, man. Just fucking go.
Yeah.
And I see a cop car with sirens on. I'm like, oh, I wonder what happened, right? And me and Robert are both looking, and I follow it. Robert just looks across the street waiting for the crosswalk to go.
Yeah.
And I was like, I look to my side, and right across from us to the side of us, because it's like a four-way intersection. On the other side, I look, and there's a car that took out a whole ass bus stop. Like, ran over the whole thing.
Yeah. Popped the curb, ran into the thing.
What can I do you
The whole shebang.
And then I thought, and I was like, oh, okay, that's probably why. And Robert turns his head, he's like, oh. So we both just started laughing. And you're like, hey, you want to go with me, go be nosy? Because, you know the cheese man stuff? Nah, I'm going to go home. I'm tired.
Yeah. So you get home, I get home. I passed through that because I have to, because I live down that way. I took a look at it, and luckily there was no one hurt. So that's good. I get home and I text you. I'm like, hey, so no one's hurt. There was no ambulance or anything. Everyone's fine. The guy just popped the curb, ran through the thing. And then there was a second thing that happened on my way home. Right past the gas station, which is like a block away from my house. A lady gets off, and her car's still on. She just gets out of her car, starts following some dude going, hey, get back here. And like she starts cussing him out. But like she walks down towards like the little creek area that we have. I'm like, oh, alright. Crackheads. Which is super weird. I didn't like that.
Yeah, that shit's wild.
Yeah. Just a random occurrence that happens around here though.
Yeah, and Robert could tell I was tired because he was there when I had to deal with the nonsense that I had to deal with that day. But nothing can prepare you for what happened next. Actually, before this happened, all this stuff happened. Like what I'm about to tell you happened beforehand.
Yeah.
So earlier in the week, I work IT, and I do it for the school. Oh yeah, I forgot you can do that. You can skip like all that. Don't know. So, I work basically for the students and the faculty just to make sure things go well with them. You know, we check out, sign in laptops. We can even give them to people to take home for the semester. As long as they're a student, they have ID. You know, we can sign them out, in and out, and they got to bring it back by the end of the semester. So, we're reaching the point where it is the end of the semester, but also it is the I guess the kind of date on the laptops. A lot of them were assigned 4 years ago, and the laptops are good from are good at 3 to 4 years. If you take real good care of it, you switch out of the parts, they can last a little longer. But generally speaking, we try to switch them out every so often, like every 4 years.
Yeah.
And we get one back from somebody who said they were faculty and that they were working from remote. You know, ever since the whole COVID situation for the schools, a lot of people figure out, oh yes, some of these people can actually work from remote. It's fine. So the first thing that I noticed was wrong was that they were older people. I'm like, okay, hopefully this laptop works still.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I had to sneeze. And I was like, okay, hopefully the laptop, it was just, the worst case scenario was just dusty.
Yeah.
They bring it back in the box that the laptops usually come in.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that's weird. I don't remember us ever giving these out here, but this was before I was hired here, so maybe there's something different. Um, that happened. They gave us the box. I started smelling something, and I knew I smelled it before because the smell started irritating me,
Mm-hmm.
and I was making me angry too. So I was like, I don't like this smell. What is that? So, we asked them, hey, do you have your form? Do you have your paper?
There you go.
Just so we could take a look at it, cross, check with whatever it is you gave us,
Mm-hmm.
the address and stuff. Make sure everything. And I take the papers out, and it's stained. There's like a big yellow stain on the paper. I'm like, okay, they spilled coffee on it. But I take the laptop out, and it's also stained. And I'm like, are you serious? Why is this laptop so fucking dirty? And then the smell got stronger, and I thought, oh, this is no bueno.
Right.
I looked inside the box the laptop came in, and it had gray cat hair and dry food, like dry cat food. And I thought, oh, fuck. Because I had cats at one point,
Yeah.
and I know how bad that thing smells because sometimes somebody will change the cat litter.
Mm-hmm.
And I immediately knew what that smell was. Like, oh, this computer is full of fucking cat piss.
Cat piss is a strong smell too.
Yeah, and it's not good, especially because we consider that a biohazard.
Yeah.
Resident Evil biohazard. Okay, anyways,
Biohazard Resident Evil cat piss.
right? That's the it's the P virus.
Yeah.
It's the piss boy virus. And I clean it out, right? And the rag is like the little. Well, we have special wipes for the electronics.
Right.
And it was yellow and black when I was done with it.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, and the hard drive kind of compartment had oh god, that was cool.
Yep.
And it had like fur in it, and there's fur everywhere. I was like, oh. So we had to take it to the. I made sure to take it to the person in charge of like taking all those things out,
Mm-hmm.
and who was in charge of us in general. And he's like, he's like, what's the serial number on that? Let's check to see. And I was like, oh yeah, we got her name too. This is her, so and so. They brought in everything. They also broke the charger to the laptop.
Right. I forgot about that.
So I went in there and I turned it on, make sure it stayed on, make sure that you can actually charge it because I didn't know whether or not the charger
What do you
was
work,
broken.
yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I was a little sleepy. So I went through that, and I was like, "How do people just do this? We can't let them take it back home with us, especially because we're gonna give them a brand new one next semester."
Yeah.
I was like, And I go, my call. Let's not give them one.
Right.
Usually, we're supposed to give it back to them so they can clean it and tell them, "Hey, look,
Hey,
listen,
bring it
you're
back,
supposed to
yeah.
return it back."
In the condition.
And the condition, yeah, and the one we gave her is that wasn't even like and that's kind of like the guy who came in here with a dusty laptop, and a piece of the corner was broken. I was like, that's fine. That's not that big a deal. It's something because we're just gonna send those to surplus or just take them out of commission because they're old.
Yeah.
And
Like, that just seems like general wear and tear,
yeah,
basically.
I figured that's fine. It's just whatever it happens, but literally bringing us a cat piss filled laptop.
Is incredibly unacceptable.
Yeah, super unacceptable. Sorry, I'm just thinking about it. It makes me angry.
Yeah. It's terribly irresponsible too.
Yeah, so that was what I had to deal with this week.
Well, that happened.
Yeah, but the semester's almost over, and unfortunately, I have summer classes too, so I can stay employed with the work study.
Which works
But
out in
nothing
the,
too crazy.
in the long term, really.
Yeah, I get the experience, and I get I work towards a internship then, because that's after internship there.
Yeah.
So hopefully things go okay, and
But that's alright.
but Oh, did they?
Yeah, these guys have like spot on aim. On harder difficulties.
Oh, speaking of zombie stuff going on. Well, we have Dead Island 2.
Yeah,
And hold on.
I've recorded every moment that we've played of it so far, but it's unusable footage because we played
They're
it.
taking long pauses, where also like the babies come in, and
My parents are
they're
being
calling
loud,
Robert
going
a
in and out.
they're calling Robert a butt
Call
baby.
me a butt baby. They said see you banana.
Yeah. Robert finally heard him. He was like, "Bye, bye, see you, banana."
Yeah.
Yeah, butt baby. You're like, "No, don't you start."
Yeah. No, please don't.
Oh,
No.
also,
Okay.
I was like, I go
Panic.
earlier. I was like, I go, Logan. He's like, I go, Robert. He said, "Butt baby."
Oh,
Hey, yeah. I go,
no.
he butt baby, right? He's like, "Butt baby." And he starts laughing. I go, Robert, butt baby, butt baby. And he leaves. He's like, "Butt baby."
Yeah.
Yeah. He knows he's a butt baby.
Oh, how dare you?
All because you didn't tell him bye.
I didn't see him saying bye. And then I tried to tell him bye the next time that he came. He was like, nah, I'm out.
He's like, "Nah, fuck you."
Yeah,
Also, you probably didn't recognize or remember you.
yeah, that too. Which I don't blame him.
Um, yeah. So yeah, we have Deadline 2, and
Up the trap.
during the first recording, I was talking about it, and I'll say it again. The game was very bittersweet for me.
Yeah.
And I'll explain why. I fell in love with Deadline, and I've always loved zombies. I actually had a fear of zombies,
Yep.
but I don't know, something happened, and I loved it.
Dead Rising.
Yeah, it was Dead Rising that did it for me, and I was like, this game, this Dead Island game, God, I love it. I love everything about it. Love Sam B. Love the song that it came out with,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, okay, cool, right? Can't wait for a part 2. A few years go by, we get the trailer. I was like, yes, yes.
Yes!
Oh, squeeze my nipples and everything too. So fucking high for it.
You starting the Goodbye Horses?
Yeah. So that happened, right? Some time goes by, nothing.
Yeah.
More time goes by, nothing. And eventually, I kind of forget about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then another game comes out called Dying Light. I was like, ooh, bitch.
Oh, my dog's making me
Hell
angry.
yeah.
I'm gonna mute real quick.
All right. Robert's gonna mute real quick. His dogs are doing like backyard wrestling shenanigans in the background. I remember being super hyped about it too. And Dying Light came out. Fucking loved it. We have the LP down in full playthrough with the DLC and everything with it. In if you guys want to go check that out. And I remember talking about how hyped I was for it, how much I actually loved the game. And then eventually it just became my definition of that's the perfect zombie game. I love it. Open world, the parkour. They keep adding to it. They keep giving it free updates. Sorry. And I wanted more. I wanted to fucking hell yeah. Dying Light 2 came out. And I was like, okay, I hope this is not like a Dead Island, because it's already been like a few years for it. And also for reason why Robert didn't open the dog's like trap. He's trying to make sure that the dog doesn't show up, because if the dog does show up, he says it's because it refills the he got this health when he shows up again,
Yeah, it just makes
and the
fight take
boss
longer.
fight takes longer.
Not much longer,
Yeah.
but still.
Oh, you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay. And Dying Light 2 came out, and there's a video of us breaking Dying Light 2.
Which is one of my favorite things to do. I love breaking games. That one took very little effort because the game itself was already broken.
It was also fun too, because me and you did not expect to break it.
No. At least not in the way that it happened.
Yeah, we were just so flabbergasted. Like I was holding my mic like comedian style.
Mm-hmm.
And Dead Island 2 came out a few days ago. And man, That game is so much fun. It it was worth the wait. I can't, and it was cool because they took that game and they rebuilt it right from the ground up, or they added on. They just took.
So it was supposed to be the original developers of, I believe it was supposed to be the original developers of Dead Island 1, and then it kept getting delayed over and over and over, and eventually,
Development hell.
yeah, it's stuck in development hell, and eventually a new studio, Dambuster Studios, picked it up, and I don't think they have very much under their belt, so it was pretty, nail biting, like trying to figure out whether or not it'd be a great game or not. But yeah,
Welcome.
they did a good job.
Good luck to you. Don't get yourself killed now.
I'm trying to look up the.
Like, it surprisingly captures the feel of the first game, but also being different in a way.
Yeah. So the game, the first time Dead Island 2 ever was even talked about or announced was in 2014.
Yeah.
So let's say like 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and finally 20. Yeah, and it took the game 10 years to finally come out, and it was well worth the wait.
And the last game that took about that long to come out, or at least the last notable one,
Church.
not very good.
Duke Nukem?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, did my mic. I'm sorry about that. I was I think I was like 19 when the game was announced.
Mm-hmm.
And here I am, 28 years old. I'm gonna be 29 soon.
Yep.
But yeah, man, I was so far we have not run into any problems, and even if we did run into it, it's just so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
It is the funnest thing to do is like I like Robert gave me these brass knuckles, and I've actually found more in the game, but I can whoop so much ass in there.
Yeah.
Like there's these big buff zombies, and Robert's like, "Oh, the buff zombie." I was like,
Yeah, like I don't even fight them. I
yeah.
just call them out for you because I know it's like your favorite thing to do at the game.
"Yeah." I just go and I just fuck them up, parry style and stuff, and just punching the shit out. Robert's even seen me beat one to like down to its knees and like knock the shit out of it, and then a heavy punch another zombie right in its face. It's so, and like you can punch their jaws off, like you can punch the flesh off of them.
They made a whole system just for like dismemberment and gore.
It is so good.
Super detailed.
It's such a good system. It's so it's so good, and I just wish. That's whole tangent is because the reason why it's bittersweet is because I just wish Dying Light 2 was
Would have
like
been
that.
as good as the first, if not better.
Yeah, it's so good. But I don't know, it's the what ifs and whatever. I'm back on the Dead Island, hype.
Yeah.
We have the first one. We'll play the first one.
Yeah.
I don't want to play the second for Dying Light. I don't want to play Dying Light 2. Unless you want to go through it, and I will go co-op with you if you want to record it, but
But it's such a pain. Or it has like such a bad taste in your mouth that you're like,
Yeah, like, and even then, it's not like Saints Row 2, Saints Row the remake. They're getting a bunch of like add-ons and like patches and stuff. I mean, a lot of it. But the thing is, that game, I don't know. It's not, and it's very cliche and very judgy of me, but it's not the Saints Row that I thought it'd be. It's still a good game. It's still
fun.
Yeah, it's still fun, but it's not Saints Row. It's like
Shit. God damn it.
it's
Can't really compare to anything. That's
that's the thing. I mean, I guess it does that. I mean, it's not
has
very
its own
like
identity, but it's not a good identity to have.
I don't know. I feel like there's a lot missing from that game. A lot to be left aside. I mean, if they were just to scrap, if they were to do like the DMC Devil May Cry route and just go, the Devil May Cry 5.
Yeah. But like, that's not canon. It's not part of the same universe.
Well, I mean, with the Johnny Gat thing, I mean, you could eventually do the multi, like, cause
they left it off on the cliffhanger. They're like, hey,
it has its own like multiverse because you got Agents of Mayhem in there too.
yeah.
So,
Like they can just easily write that off and be like, that's not the Saints.
yeah, that's like the Saints like reboot universe, like what happened with Gat, like reboot the universe. Well, Gat rebooting the universe was just Agents of Mayhem.
Yeah.
And then Gat like having that kind of handle. I would do Saints Row 5 and have like the first one, be like, oh, that's just a Saints like an alternate timeline.
And I know it's getting like super overdone with like a lot of things, but like I'd take a Saints Row remake, like a proper one of like the first game.
Yeah,
Bring back.
you know, I would take what they did with the remake,
Mhm.
the reboot,
And
and
just
then
do that
use
with the
those
first game.
elements. Yeah, with the whole entire like the fighting system. I mean, because also I apologize, you guys can hear me breathing when I go. Cause sometimes my nose gets like real stuffy, and I'm just sometimes I have to resort
like,
back to being a
"Ugh."
mouth breather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
But we were doing those first strike missions, and fuck, those were fun.
Oh, those
I
are super
love,
fun.
and I do love the customization. I think they spend most of the time like you can do this, you can customize that.
Yeah.
You can, fucking, uh, I don't know. And I do like that they had the vitiligo option.
Yeah. They had so many
That
different
is-
like cool things, like cool little minor things that they didn't really need to add, but they did.
Also, yeah, what's also good is that, yeah, because I do have vitiligo.
Mhm.
For anybody who's new to this and just watching this, which is a good deterrent. There's actually a fake Instagram account with me on there, and I noticed they haven't updated their pic because I rarely update my picture,
Yeah.
and they can't really because I think they're going around pretending to be me, and they might have gotten a few pictures of me because there have been people saying, "Oh, this and this and that," and I'm like, "That's not me. Like, I don't know how they got those pictures."
Yeah.
I mean, unless they went to my Facebook profile, and the thing is, though, is like my vitiligo is ever changing, so I mean, they can't really, claim to be me when they can't use an updated picture. I have no idea what they've been doing.
Yeah.
Fuck if I know. They probably just trying to ruin my reputation. And I remember, and for those of you who knew it, I used to be an asshole when I was younger, and I lament over the fact, and I try to be a better person. Because I was just a punk ass kid in high school. I was getting into fights with everybody,
If you're not
and I guess I might have.
I hate that song.
But
I don't like Lucas thing.
yeah, someone just doing that, and okay, I got on tangent. Someone pretending to be me. I just find it so fucking wild. There's someone out there pretending to be me. Like, why me?
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, Central.
Vitiligo.
Yeah, vitiligo. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Fair representation.
Other than that, yeah, I mean, if it wasn't in the reboot, in a remake of the Saints, I wouldn't cry about it.
Yeah.
But oh, speaking of, I got Robert's birthday gift. I got him the Krauser knife.
Right. I should have grabbed it while we started.
Do that thing that Will Ferrell does in the other guys and rub it against your cheek.
Oh yeah. Accidentally stab myself.
You just slice your cheek off.
Yeah. Accidentally get myself Krauser scars.
Yeah, because Robert was like, "Oh, I was like, okay, bye." Right, that was the same day with the accident.
Yeah.
And I get home and he's like, "Here you go." I'm like,
And you message me and you're like, don't be mad. Followed by a picture of the package.
"Mm-hmm."
And you're like, be outside. 5 minutes. I'm like, I'm already outside.
Yeah, and I didn't expect it to be that heavy
It's super heavy.
and big.
Mm-hmm. I also like how as soon as I got it, I showed it off to everyone. They're like, oh my god, cool. Like my dad really liked it.
Yeah.
Then I brought it in. I launched RE4, both of them, the original and the remake. I for some reason have it installed on the PS4. Don't ask me. And then I went and compared it because this game has a model viewer, so I loaded up the model, and I looked at it. And I was like, oh, there's a couple differences. And you're like, oh, my friend doesn't like it. No, I'm like, no, I like it. I'm just saying, it's not exact 1-to-1. Close enough. Like the snake is different, the spine on it's a little different. I'd like it. Shut up.
No, you hate it.
The handle's
You
different.
hate it.
But like, it's pretty spot on.
Oh, but you hate it.
No, I don't. It's my favorite knife so far.
Oh, you hate all the other
No, I
knives.
like the other ones you bought, baby.
Oh, you hate it.
I don't hate it. Shut up, or I'll buy you a $452 knife.
I will fucking just stab you with it. You fucking buy me a $450 thing. Shut your hell up.
Yeah, I found basically the primal knife with a different handle. Because Leon's primal knife is for some reason a mixture of two different knives.
But that company sells the one for cheaper, the same quality.
Yeah.
I mean, we know they do good work.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I'm gonna buy you an expensive
pop
one.
my thumb. Did you hear that?
I don't need a PS5.
Buy yourself a PS5 first, because the second you do, I'm gonna upgrade Death Stranding so you can play the director's cut finally.
I will if I get financial aid this year. Semester. Upcoming.
You should try to apply to work study.
I will if I get financial aid this semester.
um. Yeah, and I was like, I don't know how the hell he tosses the knife up like that. And I was like, I'm fucking I don't know for him because he's got like Las Plagas and it makes him 10 times
Is that
stronger.
like super strength or something?
Yeah, he's probably used to the weight of it.
Yeah. There's an important, or not important, but a little neat tidbit about those statues. I'll get into it in a sec. It's not in a file. It's in visual storytelling. Don't worry about it.
Going, I don't worry about it.
But you can keep talking for now.
Well, no, I'm worried about what you just said.
No, it doesn't come in until like a couple seconds for now.
I noticed there's a part missing from the game. Like, the part where like you go that little underground thing where you choke out Ada at one point.
Oh, yes. That is definitely not in the game. Well, because that's part of the minecart area. We kind of just changed that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Also, a couple cut areas from the original are probably going to show up in separate ways. Like the gondola.
Most likely.
You can see the gondola early on in the game in this one. I already passed it up though, unfortunately. Where am I headed? Where am I headed? This way.
No. Punch it.
Punch what? The gondola?
Punch the fish.
I'm not gonna punch the fish. We're back at this place. You're probably wondering why. I'll explain that in a second.
You're serious.
Why?
This door.
Uh-huh.
Yes. That's it.
What was that?
So, there's a note later on. I think it's later on. It is.
What the hell is going on here?
That talks about two hikers that have wandered into the village. This is one of them. You see this one, I believe, during the opening cutscene. The other one is up here. All the way up here. And right here. Now, they get stabbed in the chest. Blood drains down. Fills the symbol. And that completes a sacrificial ritual. I believe it's to appease Sadler or something. Their blood is then drained from the body, as you can tell, because they're pale. And if you're wondering why the statues bleed when you take the heads, because their blood is stored in those statues. Super neat. That's it.
How did you figure this out?
A lot of playing the game. And like going through the files. Like the notes.
Oh wow.
Because the village talks about, like, in one of the notes they talk about like the village starving, and there's a reason why. But as the village starves more and more, they do something called casting lots, which is essentially taking a vote to see who is gonna become sacrificed to appease the gods, and they view Sadler as a godlike figure, so they cast lots to appease Sadler, who is given, I think I took the wrong, no, I didn't. Who is given like all their valuable shit and whatnot. I did take the wrong turn, damn it. And I'm assuming he like has a lot of like food and like resources. So when they do the sacrifice, he grants them what they need. And the reason that they are running out of food is because of El Gigante. because he eats a lot, and they kind of have to, keep him fed. So
Or else he goes batshit crazy and
Yeah.
destroys the place.
yeah, that explains the little villagers there, or not the villagers, the hikers.
Yeah. There are people being very loud outside.
Kick them.
Punch him in the jejunum.
Give him a shovel to the knee.
I was gonna say something, but I completely forgot where. Yeah, completely out of my mind.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because for a while I was like, why did those statues bleed? It's kind of weird. I looked into it.
That kind of yeah, I know what I was saying. I can imagine if like I had that kind of power, and I'm just there super serious, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you just haven't seen me in a while. You're like, friend, you gotta stop this. And I'm just like, bring them to me. And you're like, sacrificials, you saw whatever, cannibalism, all this crazy shit. He's like, I thought you were better than this. I look to you. Well, side to side, you gotta get me out of here. These people are fucking crazy, man. Like, what? I go, they keep me here. Every time I try to leave, they bring me back, man. It's like, one of them give me a heart. I don't know what to do with it. What the fuck am I gonna do with this? It's so gross. They gave it to my hand. I don't know. I was scared to say anything.
It's gross, and it was still pulsing, and I was like, ugh.
Yeah, they just keep sacrificing virgins to me, and I don't know, man. I mean, I keep asking for loose women, and they don't give it to me, man. Like, I'm that kind of guy. Like, you need to appease me. Give me some Gucci or something. No, they keep freaking me dead people. I'm just fucking around, man. I was like, oh yeah, I'm your all powerful god. Let me sleep with your women, and nope, dead virgins. I want to go home. They won't let me go home.
I miss Wi-Fi. They don't have any of that here.
It's just fucking everyone smells. Everyone's decaying. And just fucking.
Miss showers. Miss chicken nuggets, chicky tenders.
I keep asking for like chicken, and they just keep bringing me chickens. They slaughter them, and they just give it to me. There, I don't know, man. I miss my comfort. Okay, I was just horny. I just wanted to see some titties.
Right, you find yourself in a position to buy just because you're being dumb.
I've got
No, merchant, I don't need you right now.
I don't need you. Also, we're at that point where it's because in the ghetto we throw all our like stuff we don't need onto the side, and like a big truck comes and picks it up.
I forgot about that.
However, since we're in the ghetto, you have the people in the trucks who constantly circle neighborhoods looking for good shit to sell. And
I forgot
there
it
are
does that.
people out there just going through the stuff and being real loud about it. I can hear I know exactly what they're fucking with and trying to get to.
Oh.
Like, I threw out my broken frame for the futon. I kid you not even not even 10 minutes later it was gone.
Oh, I guess you could read the rearing log.
shit.
The what?
Rearing log. It in parentheses aligante. It's in the pinned messages.
Is it in order?
From top to or bottom to top, it's in order.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get to that.
Not the village records, right?
No, it's rearing log. It's above that. I forgot this one would have been first.
Oh yeah. 6 months. Its teeth have only just come through, but it shoves everything within reach into its mouth. It can't walk yet, but it swallowed a dog whole. 9 months. It already towers over me, but it keeps growing. The town hall can no longer contain it. 10 months. It keeps growing even after moving to the quarry. It can devour a whole cow in only 3 days. I could do that in a night. It gets 13 months. It could swing our largest pickaxe as if it were a twig. One of the men in the village was almost eaten today, too. Not getting enough food. 17 months. There are only a few cows left now. At this rate, the whole village will starve. We summoned help from the castle, and I had them put the beast to sleep with an incantation. Hopefully, it won't wake for a long time.
Yeah, so that just goes over like
Ashley Graham.
the progression of the Elegante and how it just eats everything and they're going starving.
Was it ever explained? Was he like just? Was he human at some point?
I believe so. In my belief, it was a mother impregnated, or a pregnant
With
mother
Las Plagas?
implanted with Las Plagas, and then she gave birth to a baby who rapidly grew.
So any mothers who give birth while infected with Las Plagas may give,
Birth to
maybe like a BOW, right?
Yeah. Although there's a basically a Bible passage that I passed up because it's not too important. That talks about how they want the surviving Elegante in the village to flourish and grow for its brothers and sisters that cannot. So I assume not every mother who's pregnant, or every pregnant mother with the Las Plagas successfully gives birth to Elegante.
Ashley,
Hmm.
you in
Yeah.
there?
Also, the village starving is probably the reason why there are no children.
Ah.
Whereas,
Why did they make some store? Was the Las Plagas putting them store like they can't reproduce?
yeah, maybe. No. There is confirmation that there were children in the village.
Oh, okay.
Also in the original, there were no children because they were incompatible with the parasite, so they were just killed off.
Ashley, man. Actually, we're almost at time. Whenever you find like a good
Yeah, I'll
way
find
to.
a. Oh,
Are we reaching up at the end right now?
yeah. Let's see. I can make it to the Chief's Manor. He has a save point there,
Oh, right.
and then we'll pick up from there, which is where the next note picks up.
Well, but is it the big cheese?
I don't need to see the map. Get out of here.
Said it's dangerous.
Yeah. Get out of here, freak.
I've already memorized the goddamn map.
Well, is there a safe point right next to the door up here?
Is there?
Yeah, remember through the door? The side door, like when you leave out there and
Oh, yeah,
everyone
yeah,
rushes
yeah,
in. Yes, yeah. Sorry, I just want to go. I don't want to go overtime. Because I still don't know if it's just your laptop that gets freaked when it starts freaking out when you record for too long.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, yep, low run. I'm gonna read as much as the files as Robert collected as possible. So, I hope you guys enjoy the episode. I hope everyone's having a good day, staying safe and healthy, and we'll see you guys next mission. Bye.
Bye bye.
Don't forget to subscribe!